Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Where are my sunglasses? Woof! It is red hot today. Let's give the camera a bit of a clean and let's get a beer out. I've been looking forward to this all day long. It's been fantastic. Nigel, hello. ADC, William. It is boiling. Right, I got a Sullivan's Irish Gold to kick things off today. Irish beer on the channel. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all of our new followers who have subscribed. Well, since Saturday, really. We've picked up 1,000 new subscribers since Saturday. It's been absolutely wonderful, absolutely fantastic. The support that you guys offer is just incredible. It will always be. It'll always be an amazing thing. Hit the like button down below. Hello, Big Kev. There he is. There he is. I've got no shoes and socks on today, Big Kev. I'm standing here in bare feet. It is boiling. Boiling. Probably one of the only times I do the Stone Crow Virtual Pub in bare feet. It is boiling. Woof. Alex Heron is a new member. Hello, Alex. Thank you very much for joining. There's a join button down below if you want to become a member of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It all goes towards that kind of promoting the channel, pushing the channel, trying to get more people to tune in and watch it and look at it. Travel as well. We're definitely edging towards those travel plans. It all kind of really does kick off in the 6 weeks holidays, really, for the kids when they stay in bed till 11 o'clock in the morning. I can jump on a train and go somewhere nice and early. Sergio, how are we doing? Wow, congrats on 1,000 new subs, probably from the Versus series. It's great, mate. Sergio, honestly, it's been wonderful. Fat Dad on a bike, Brompton Adventures. Looking like having a bit of a tan. Been in the garden all week. Just been busy outside, working, walking. Tom P, not surprised your hot bare feet are really furry. Bear's feet. Hello from PEI in Atlantic, Canada. Hello, Tommy. How are you doing? Loads of new people in. Mike the Saddler, John M. Sandberg, best lagers for hot days. On the top of your head, I'll get to that in a moment. Please use factor 30. I you know me. Right. I am going to have my first sip of beer for the day. Hit the like button down below, everybody. Hit that like button down below. Say hi to us in the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. The more you guys hit like down below, the more of a chance we got of getting this live stream out there. To all those new wonderful people who've decided to subscribe to the channel, hello. Hit the like button. Let's get more people in looking at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Cheers, everyone. Let's dive in. Ah, wonderful cold pale ale. Hello everyone, just a bit of red wine with a late lunch at Ohio. Brian, hello Brian, how you doing, mate? Kelly Burns, Spaten or Jupiler, super refreshing with a barbecue. I would say probably, oh my goodness me, that's a difficult one, Kelly. Spaten or Jupiler? Unbelievable. What a question. Probably Spaten, I would say. Evening all. I've been on the Coronas out in the back garden since 4 p.m. So hot again in Glasgow. Andrew Campbell, it is unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. I'm looking out, and every week now that goes by, even next week will be the longest day, the second after the longest day. So I reckon we'll have a full hour of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub in the sunshine next week. It's going to be a real boil. out here. Reese Crofton, hi mate. I'm in the Corfu, Greece, and on the Mythos, having a cracking beer. Well, yeah, Mythos, enjoy it. Nice and cold, nice and cold. Stuart Kettle, struggling to find the imported Stella. Any idea of a website? It's difficult to find, Stuart. It's difficult to find all these imported beers because they don't want to show it to you. They don't want you to know. Stella wants you to think that it's been 4.6% ABV for the last 20 years. And look over there, you know, look, that's Stella's attitude. Look over there. Don't look over here. Look over there. It's been a good series. I've really enjoyed it. It's inspired me. Of course it has. Who doesn't want to grow their YouTube channel? It's inspired me. It really has to do lots of other lager battles. It really has. The way I look at it, if this is what you guys want, if thousands upon thousands of people are going to watch lager battles, then that's the direction of the channel. There's no point in me struggling on with like pale ales and people, you know, as much as I love it on a personal level, as much as I much prefer to drink pale ales and IPAs and whatnot, if that's not what people want to drink and watch on YouTube, then there's nothing I could. I've pushed it. I've pushed this channel for 13 years. 13 long years. And it's about time that we push the accelerator. I've been waiting, been patiently waiting. It's about time we push the accelerator. It really is. Neil Long, £5 super chat. Hi Simon, loving the t-shirt. Oh yeah, the Lord Shanley t-shirt. Yes, Neil Long, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. It's not just that though. It's not just that. This day, this time of year, as much as this pale ale is terrific, nice and cold, nice and hoppy, it's delicious, it really is. Actually, it's just as good. I like the biscuity malts, the breadiness. Jim's not a new subscriber. I've been with you for the last 10 years now. Hello, Jim. How you doing, mate? Having a Rothaus Pills, enjoying the virtual pub. Well done, Frank. Black Cat. Simon, re-review the 3.7% Fosters. Oh, I will one day. I'll finally get around to that. Big Kev, don't get me started on folk telling me to get the Factor 50 on. Doctors, warning us on the radio. Don't get me. Well, I was in Tesco's earlier. They got a public service announcement in Tesco's now. I'm doing my shopping, minding my own business, and they got these public service, and I'm like, I was quite shocked, to be honest. I'm not going to talk about the subject they were talking about, but they were pushing something in there, and I want to do my shopping. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, like, it's not political, of course, but I don't want to hear the message Tesco are pushing. I don't want to hear that when I'm doing my shopping. I want to do my shopping. Who do these people think they are, you know? It's a bit like that, what happened with that Bud Light. Tesco giving off a similar message as that Bud Light thing. And I'm thinking, why are they getting involved? It's a blooming shop. Why are you getting involved? Evening, Simon. I'm in the UK Stella version and not too bad on nasty chemical taste like the San Miguel, says Martin Thomas. You enjoy it. You know, if you enjoy it. I tell you what, I'm looking for an old bottle of Left. I'm looking for the 6.6% version of Left because apparently Andrew Campbell and a lot of other people are saying Left's at 6% is awful. Left at 6% is an awful beer. Anybody got a bottle of Left 6.6% ABV, or if they come across a bottle, please let me know. I would love to do Left at 6.6 versus Left at 6%. Andrew Campbell, that's a great idea. I'd go for an ice cold Kolsch beer with a barbecue, says Tommy P. Totally agree. Lovely beer. Simon, do Glastonbury, my friend. Well, Nigel, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Thanks for the recommendation last week. Loving the Aldi barbecue beef hoops. Oh, Mike the Saddler, isn't he good? Isn't he really, really good? Hello, Simon. Is there a yard update soon? DMG75. I'll give you a yard update when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, we'll give you a yard update if you want. It's like 1976. Cheers from Sri Lanka, says Collier. Nigel says, congratulations. Simon, what's the name of the beer you're drinking? I'm drinking a Sullivan's Brewing Company. Irish Gold. Golden Ale. It's very nice. It's very nice. I couldn't review it, though, because I stained the label. Can you see the stain on the label? But I think I've already reviewed this one anyway. It was sent by my channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk. They were like, can you please review this beer? And I put it in the blooming veg box in the bottom of the fridge. And something leaked on it and label's ruined, unfortunately. So I'm saying hello to Sullivan's Irish Gold. You can pick it up at beersofeurope.co.uk. That's a good enough advert, isn't it? Right, Tommy says slant. How was the pizza tonight, Simon? Anthony Major, no pizza tonight. Fish and chips, mate. Fish and chips. Just get a new job, Simon. Ready for a pint. Really? Yeah, well, I suppose I could, couldn't I? Right, I saw that there were a few 6x6 on the shelves. You'll need to be quick to get them, though, says Andrew Campbell. Sunshine, are you broadcasting from Miami? No. We're broadcasting from a melting Great Britain. They get involved because they're both even the same. Well, I just don't understand it all personally. I nearly put the basket down. and walked out the shop. But I needed some lagers. I bought some lagers, and what did I buy? We got another few lager battles coming up. We got versus battles coming up between lots of different beers. Again, going back to it, if that's what people want to see on the channel, that's what people want to see on the channel. I'm gonna go with what's popular, isn't it? That's what it is. It's summertime. It's boiling up. People want to see lager. That's where we're going. That is where we're going. These big conglomerates are only partly to blame. It's the British consumers who are just accepting crap copies of these continental beers, so they'll keep on brewing it. Neil Long, you're so right, mate. You're so right. But at the same time, I'm quite enjoying showing off the better versions of the beer to lots and lots of you who are watching. I think the Stella Artois video, UK Stella versus Belgian Stella, is heading towards 50,000 views. 50,000 views for a Stella Artois review. I can't ignore that, can I? I can't ignore what people want. Now, let me bear this in mind now with you. Let me put this into perspective for you. In January, when the channel was everybody was doing dry January and the channel was struggling a little bit, I would take about 5 days to get to 50,000 views. 5 days. And that's for the whole channel. That's 9,000 videos. If one video in a matter of 4 days is going to do 50,000 views on its own, it's got to be the future, haven't it? You can't ignore what people want. I'm heading straight down my local Aldi for some nibbly nobblies. Always give Aldi a miss because they don't have a self-service. Always have to queue for ages with only a handful of items. Big Kev, yeah, it is. I had that today. Where did I have that? I had that in Aldi myself today. I bought some beers in Aldi. We got a bit of a birthday weekend coming up, and I wanted to put my beers in the fridge, get them in there at least 24 hours, innit? Cool them right down. And I had about 8 beers in my hand, and there was literally like £200 shops all the way in front of me. And they were, you know, people packing slowly into there, putting everything in their meat in the meat bags and the bread, and it was all nice. And it just took ages. It took absolutely ages. But, you know, you go to these places to save some money, don't you? You really do. They are a good saving. I can buy Aldi's Weiss beer for half the price of a Franciscana. I love Franciscana Weiss beer. I think it's absolutely terrific. But when you can buy a similar-ish Weiss beer for £1.20 a bottle, what am I going to do, you know? What am I going to do? I'm going to go to Aldi, and just stand there like... What I do, I try and get my phone out and have a look at my phone if I'm queuing up for ages like that. Mike the Saddler's on the Aldi Rossini Grand Reserva, refreshing and crisp. Mike the Saddler. It's a good beer. That is a very, very good beer. I think it's about 6% ABV. 200 people into the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. This is absolutely fantastic. Hit the like button down below. There's a like button down below. Hit the like button down below. Let's get more people in through the door of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. We've just picked up 1,000 subscribers in a week. Yes, in 1 week we picked up 1,000 subscribers. To anybody who's new, anybody who's joined, hello, welcome. How are you all doing? Hit the like button down below. Grab yourselves a beer, and let's see if we can grow this live stream tonight. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. What other comments do we have? Oi, oi, evening all, says Cage Paps. Hello, Cage. How are you doing, mate? Wilkins and Sons, best ketchup. Really, is it nice? Is it? See if they ruin our German beers, and I'm done. Imagine Franciscana reduced to 4.4. Oh, I'm hanging on now. I'm hanging on by a fingernail now with this country. I'm hanging on, literally. It's only because the kids are in school. I'll be gone. I'll be out of here. Absolutely out of here. I'll be in Germany, somewhere like that. Germany, France, somewhere relatively cheap for property, and an abundance of beer. An abundance of beer. I'd be out of here. Absolutely out of here. If I had the opportunity, I'd be gone. Gone. I've tried the Golden Eagle. Have I tried Golden Eagle? Is it a beer? I imagine so. Sounds good. Don't think I have. Spread the word, folks. Love and love. Bottle of the Lagers vid soon. Battle of the Lagers vid soon. Sam, yes, we got another one coming tomorrow morning. We got another lager battle coming tomorrow morning. Why these on Thursdays and not Fridays, says Michael. Well, Michael, last Friday, for the first time, because I've done the Stone Crow Virtual Pub on a Friday for many, many months now, for the first time on a Friday night in 6 months, me and my wife went to the pub last week. We had an amazing time. We had an amazing time at the pub. We've gone to our local pub. They had a pop-up pizza place there. We sat in the beer garden. We had some beers. We had pizza. I met people from like a long, long time ago I haven't spoken to for ages, years even. I had a proper conversation with people I was in school with, all in the pub. And it was like old times. It really was. It was like old times. And that pub is walking distance to me. We're going to go in there most Friday nights. Amazing. And it's quite cheap as well. It's not really that expensive. The pizza, though, the pop-up pizza was absolutely fantastic. No Escape. What a video. No Escape. What a video that would be. Nigerian Guinness versus UK Guinness versus Irish Guinness. What a video. What I'm expecting, of course, is a lot of kind of course, you come up with a good idea, and it's very popular. Then, of course, all of a sudden, Lots of other people decide to do it. And that's all very good. That's all very good. That's all okay. But yeah, I could imagine if I left this 4 days, there will be a Nigerian Guinness versus UK Guinness versus an Irish Guinness video on YouTube. So I need to put all these ideas that you're giving me, I need to put them into practice very, very quickly. We need to work quick. We need to work quick with these reviews. We need to stay ahead of the game. That's what we need to do. But I tell you what I love about the channel. Tell you what I love about this channel is the fact that we're nimble enough to reorganize very quickly. We can reorganize. So what I do, if I come up with an idea that's relatively kind of new and okay, I will make 4 videos of that idea. So I'll make 4 lager battles, and then I can just go bang, pump them out every single day. Pump. So, you know, we come up with this idea. We need to stick with this idea, and we need to be fast with this idea because, of course, there's a lot of copy. There's a lot of, I mean, I always talk about tyre garages, don't I? There's more than one tyre garage out there. But once upon a time, there was only one, because there was only one tyre garage, because that's what they invented. It was the person who invented the tyre garage, wasn't it? And somebody went, oh, that's a good idea over there. I'll open one as well. And then someone in another part of the town goes, oh, that's a really good idea. I'll open up a tyre garage too. And that's what happens in life. You may come up with the original kind of tin of baked beans, and then all of a sudden there's a load of other tins of baked beans on the shelves, isn't there? It's life. It's competition. It's life. It's life. Evening all. Anyone tried 1664? Where did that go? That just disappeared, that comment. I think as long as the video's engaging, then don't stress about timescale. I think so too. I think, and I thank you. I thank all of you for this. You guys comment an awful lot to me saying, hey, you choose to watch this channel for X, Y, Z reason. And I like to read those comments because it's really supportive towards me and rather nice, actually. Your average viewer might like general videos like Madri versus Peroni. Well, Sam, this is the point, isn't it? This is the point. Branson baked beans, says Nigel. Totally agree, they're the best. Drinking some West Indies Guinness at the moment, Billy. Well done, Billy. Enjoy the beer. Simon, will you ever cut your hair again? Short. Well, I'm going grey fast. I'm going grey really quickly. I can point and squirt at the same time. I pulled one out of the top earlier. Pulled a grey one, but I'm literally going grey quick. It'll get to the point, it'll go grey, and I'll just go. I'll probably do it on a live stream. I'll get Mel to cut my hair and live, and I'll be itching my neck all night. Simon, go to the Lotus Chinese restaurant in Pendine Sands. You won't regret it. The best Chinese restaurant in Wales, in your opinion. Ross, sounds good, mate. Sounds really good. I like Pendine Sands. Nice. Gareth Williams, started watching the channel for beer reviews, now watching it for you. Keep up the fantastic work. Gareth Williams, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. Nigel Watson I like Nigel's profile picture. His picture of him with grey hair and a grey beard, and he's got nothing wrong with grey hair, mate. Well, there isn't, is there? There isn't. I've never been a lager drinking, but loving these continental lagers since watching your channel. So, Mike DeSada, thank you very much. Tommy Gunn, evening all. Is Beck's now being brewed in the UK? I don't know, probably more than likely. Luke is a new subscriber. What's your favourite beer? Where did that go? The comments are thick and fast. My favourite beer of all time, really difficult one, that, but probably Pliny the Younger. Russian River, Pliny the Younger. Fantastic beer. Hi, Simon. Nice to be back in the sunny Stone Crow. I'm having a punk IPA. Cheers, everybody. Sean, enjoy. I want to say, if I missed any comments, because they are coming in thick and fast tonight. If I miss any comments, then I do apologise. If you've written a big long comment and you expect me to read it and they're coming through thick and fast, I do apologise if I do miss them. Shave it, yes. I had a couple of pints of Murphy's last weekend, much nicer than Guinness. It's Andrew Campbell. Hey, Paul Goggins in. Hello, Paul Goggin. How we doing? Igloo Ghost. Hi, Simon. Greetings from Lithuania. Love your reviews, mate. Thank you very much. Sivtoris. Sivtoris, is that a Lithuanian beer brand? I think it is. I'm pretty silver at the sides at the young age of 34. Then again, I know lads full silver mid-20s. I know. I mean, I'm 43. I'm 43 years of age, and it's my colour, it's my hair. I'm quite lucky, aren't I? I'm out of beer. How long did that take? 26 minutes. Not that I'm counting. 26 minutes for my first pint. I'm going to go and get a pint from the fridge. I'll be back now. Don't go anywhere. I tell you what we got that's really interesting. We got this orange sun. Now, I've taken a couple of breeze blocks off the top wall. And since doing that, because we're lower now in the garden, because the sun's higher, and we've taken some of the block wall down, the more of the garden actually hits the sun. And it's really quite nice because the floor area never used to get much sun, but it's kind of like, you know, that kind of orangey, well, you can see it on my forehead there, like that kind of like orangey sun that we got out there at the moment, that sunset. I had a good laugh at the Dragon Soup video. I've seen myself to a 2-day bender. What? 2-day bender with one of them in my hand early doors. Whoa, that's incredible. Are you ever going to put anything on your... What? Are you ever going to put anything on your beer pumps again? Billy? Yeah, I think so. Case Paps, I ordered some Wrexham Lager stuff from the whole Fitbird Club stuff. I thought it was decent. Shipped from Liverpool, so came here to Scotland next day. Wow. I seen it in Tesco. I seen Wrexham Lager in Tesco today. Big crate of it. Hey Simon, thanks for the reviews of the beers we sent from the Netherlands. Oh, Maze, how you doing? Have I been pronouncing your name right, mate? Have I been pronouncing your name right? Keep up the good work. We didn't expect you to like the Schottenbrouw and Grolsch Cannon, but you did. It was amazing, Mies. Mies, I need to say something to you on a personal level. One of the beers I laid down in the bottle, it's been laid there for 2 days. And today, it just leaked out a little bit of beer. So I've got it ready for tomorrow. I've got it ready to review. Because the last thing I want is for the beer to oxidize. So I'm going to get it out. It's been less than 24 hours where the bottle seal, the cap, has just leaked a little bit of beer. But I'm fearful that the whole beer will oxidize. So I'm going to get that review filmed at least. I'm going to get it filmed tomorrow. I couldn't do it tonight. I'm doing the Stone Crow. But I will get that done tomorrow. It was one of the Belgian-looking beers, one of the Belgian Stumpy bottles. I was in a bit of a rush actually, so to get going here at the Stone Crow. So I just put it on the back wall, standing up in the kitchen for now. Terrible that though, isn't it? Terrible that. It's happened with a Weiss beer. I laid Weiss beers down in my fridge the other week, and some of the beer missed leaked out. That's great. It's pronounced mace, but that's all right. Mace, right? Got you now, Mace. Got you. Got the letter. Got it right here. Mace. Tommy Gunn, I'm going to use the oxidized beer excuse the next time I get melted, says Tommy Gunn. Love the sunrise and sunset. Nigel. Oh, totally. Rhinebacker Weiss beer. It's not bad at all, is it? Imported versus UK brewed beer reviews are great. Michael Richards. Hello, Michael Richards. How you doing? Get some Wrexham Lager down, yeah? I like Wrexham Lager. It's very nice. Come on, everybody. Let's get 200 likes. Where are we, Sean, with the likes? I can't see. I cannot see. Where are we with the likes? Can you hit the like button down below? Michael, probably. Singer Thai beer, baby, says Nigel. Have I ever tried Moosehead Lager, Simon? Right. Kaka Brusher. Have a look on YouTube. It's there. Moosehead Lager. If you want to know if I've reviewed a beer, I've reviewed over 9,000. Put into YouTube, for argument's sake, Moosehead Lager, but then put in Real Ale after it, and you'll find my videos. If you can't find it with the name of the beer and then Real Ale after in the YouTube search bar, the likelihood is I haven't done it. But the likelihood is that I have done it. I've done most of the mainstream stuff these days. God, it's warm tonight. I got a load of cans above my head. If you know the channel, some of you, you know that I got a shelf of cans and bottles above my head. And I'm just waiting for one of them damn things to explode. Right above my head. It would be like a blooming rocket, wouldn't it? I like a left it blonde, says Connor, who said it's a pretty decent drink that when I used to snowboard in Banff. Well, there we go. Carl likes a Worthington White Shield. It's not a bad beer. Ross, where are you from and what are you drinking? Exactly. Right. Where are you from? Everybody now. Where are you from? What are you drinking? Where are you from? What are you drinking? Comment down below. Comment down below. Where are you from? What are you drinking? I've had a genius idea. Instead of doing beer reviews, I'm going to start a channel reviewing coffee. What do you think, folks? Christine, do it. Do it. Coffee's massive. Coffee is massive. Do coffee. Do you use any apps to track your beers like Untappd? Richard Pickett used to. I got over 2,000 check-ins on Untappd, but I just kind of stopped. I used to put all my beers on Instagram as well, every single one of them, and then I stopped that as well. So blooming hard to do. So hard to do. Alpine from Moose. These comments are going by so quickly. Edinburgh drinking some Mungo Lager from Lidl. Good stuff. Wrexham Yorkshire Tea, Sheffield Peroni, Augustiner Hells, PE in Canada, Clove Tea for the moment. Christine, cheers, Simon. Thinking Starbucks versus Costco. Well, that'll be a video, won't it? I'm from Glasgow. Where did that go? This is the trouble. The comments are going so quick. I do apologise. James Bruce, Westmalin, Aberdeen. Stellar Unfiltered in Portsmaddock. Kent drinking Punk IPA. Highland, Scotland, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Like one that you were reviewing when it exploded. Steve Jeffrey, oh yeah. It's going to start cooling down soon. It really will. That sun's nearly out the sky. Drinking cheap French bottles, cheap and cheerful. Hey, Lee Davis. Them cold French stumpy bottles, when they're nice and cold, Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Wellington Somerset on the Patronus Vice Beer. Nick Hedges, Milton Keynes, Blue Moon, then Rum and Cola. Enjoy. Sean Maxwell, I am from Dumfries, now in Glasgow on the wine. Alton, Lanc, Stella and Filter, £1 a can home bargains. Amazing value for money, Matthew. Bishop's Rings, Corona and Ron Santiago rum. Sounds good. John is from Deal in Kent, drinking Oakham Citra. Connor Jackson is from Cumbria, drinking Timothy Taylor Landlord. Nice pint, that. Nice pint. Mike the Saddler is in Walsall on the Rossini Grand Reserva. Up the Saddlers. Favourite supermarket, craft beer at the moment. Sam, for me, craft beer. I quite like that Polly stuff. I quite like the Polly's beers. They're quite good. Burnt-on-Trent drinking Vice beer. The Polly's in Morrison's, by the way. Ross is from the South Wales Valleys and he's on the unfiltered Stella. Not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. What's the weather like in the valleys? I am baking down here in Barry. Absolutely baking. Montrose, Scotland on the Rochefort 8. Stephen Bruce. Stephen Bruce. Is it the Steve Bruce? Is it the fantastic football defender for Man United and the actual great football manager? Maybe not in Wales. Polly in supermarkets now. Wow, Case Paps, yes. Marks and Spencer and Morrison's. Colin, why does a pint taste better in a glass than a can, Simon? Is it all in our heads? I just think, personally, when you've got a quality beer like a Weiss beer, you want it in a quality Weiss beer glass. What's happening is this is acting like a chimney. It's nice and narrow at the bottom, and then it goes out, then it wider at the top. So what's happening is that the aroma of the beer, you're able to kind of wash it round, and the aroma's flying up the glass. What the? Then a fly landed in my ear. What did he want? He went right in my ear. Anyway, aroma. Flies up the glass, up your nose. And yeah, I much prefer a glass. I don't think it kind of gives any real justice, does it? Doing that with a bottle, and it doesn't give it justice. Stick it in a glass. Sean Maxwell says Tesco is the best for craft beer. I've noticed my local Tesco. I was there today. I've noticed my local Tesco has cut right back. My local Tesco, a big one, Tesco Extra, big Culver House Cross, massive Tesco, over 2 stories. You go to the craft beer section there, nothing. Well, it is, but not like it was 2 years ago. I think Tesco were betting big. Tesco were like, this is going to be the next big thing. And they had a whole aisle. They had a whole aisle of craft beer. And like anything in life, it probably only needed to take a little bit more pushing that car up the hill. You know, struggling to push the car up the hill. When you get to the top of the hill, the car goes off the other side and it starts rolling down the hill. And that's when you've got to kind of, you know, not just money, but that's when you've got to kind of just enjoy it. But when the momentum builds up is when that car goes up the hill. The hard part's getting the car up the hill. When the car's up the hill, it's going to roll down the other side. That's business. That's business. Tesco, same business 6 months ago. Yeah, I firmly believe that Tesco have looked at it, they pushed it. Well, I think the next stage would have been for Tesco, if they were really that serious about like having a whole aisle full of craft beer, they should have put a television advert out there. They should have spent a few million quid on a big television advert pushing and promoting independent craft beer. And I think then, when it hit the mainstream on the television, I think it would have flown. It would have absolutely flown. But they didn't. They didn't push it like they push Maltesers or pizza or coffee or whatever else they push on the television. They don't push it, do they? They don't push beer. David Collins, hi Simon. Do you have any favourite Irish breweries, and do you have any favourite pubs in Ireland? David Collins, I need to go to Ireland a little bit more often. I've never been to Dublin. I've only ever been to Belfast. Belfast was amazing. Oh, I love Belfast. Belfast was terrific. Absolutely terrific. God, that sun's hot. That sun is so hot. I wouldn't get away with doing this topless, would I? You can tell. Can you tell my shirt's sticking to me? It's like, this shirt is sticking to me. I need to go to Ireland a little bit more, David Collins, to be honest. Kenny Burns, agree, Asda doing big, bought into Perfect Draft kegs. Have they? Asda, have they? And machines can get Camden Hell, Stella Unfiltered and Corona to test the market. Agree, Asda going big. Bought into Perfect Draft. So are you saying, Kelly, that Asda should, or are you saying that Asda have invested in Perfect Draft? Because that, my merry men, would be an amazing thing. If Asda promoted Perfect Draft in the supermarket, wow. That would be terrific. Pardon me, that would be terrific. I love my Perfect Draft machine, but it's just covered in dust at the moment because there's just no new kegs out. I want new kegs for my machine. Any plans to do Oktoberfest one year? Chris Wilkinson. Of course. Of course. At the moment, Chris, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're a young man, a middle-aged man, an older man. But I'm in a stage of my life where my children are, one's finishing their GCSEs tomorrow. One's got 3 years to go. I'm still in that kind of time zone. I'm still in that kind of restricted. I run my own business. I run this YouTube channel as a business, but I'm still restricted. I've still got that kind of like 6-week holiday thing in my head, and school holidays and Easter and all this other stuff. Like, my whole planning is planning around the, and I can't wait to break free from that. I can't wait to go, I can book stuff in between the school holidays when it's cheaper, and I haven't got to worry about being back to give them lifts for school and all this other kind. I love them to death. Love them to death. We spend a lot of great time together. But at the same time, there is that part of my being now where I want to start being a little bit selfish, because I've given everything. I've given everything for the last 16 years of my life. I've set up in the kitchen, opened a YouTube channel, didn't go to the pub anymore, reviewed beers in the kitchen when the kids were babies, and I was there, and I was dedicated. I was getting up through the night. I was taking them to school, and all this. I was a good sandwiches. I've been a great dad. But it is that time now when I'm starting to think, ooh, not long to go now. And I can start going, do you know what? They're in uni now or whatnot. I can book Oktoberfest. I haven't got to worry about time scales. I can book Oktoberfest. I can do this. I can do that. And yes, I can start really, really kind of like putting that accelerator down a little bit. Pushing down hard on the accelerator. I've never been one to shy away from it. Never been one to shy away from it. I'm not one of those people who wishes their life away. I'm not wishing my life away whatsoever. But, yeah, I still kind of am a little bit like, life's going to get a little bit tasty. Because I know you all know, I've told you many, many times now, my plans for the summer holidays this year is leave it as late as possible and book a super late deal somewhere. But everybody knows 6 weeks holidays double in price. They double in price. So I don't want to be restricted anymore to booking holidays in the 6 weeks. And I just want to book it when I want to bloody well book it and go whenever I want to bloody well go, you know? Love and Hazel top beer. I noticed your average drinking having a neck oil and sinking this craft beer. Right, I'm going to go right to the end. Lewis, beer reviews. I was in Tesco. I seen St. Ives Brewery beer. Hey, there we go. Lewis, beer reviews. St. Ives. There's a t-shirt. Simon says, Nigel, it is boiling. Although, there's a nice big cloud covering the sun. Job done. Chris Wilkinson, totally get excited. Interesting things coming to the channel in the coming years then. Oh, and I'm 32. Chris Wilkinson, yeah. Interesting, lots of interesting things coming to the channel. Honestly, really cannot. Nearly said cannot wait. Nearly said cannot wait. But I am. I've given my all. I've given my all as a dad, if that makes sense. I was at the dentist Monday with the youngest one, Tuesday, having teeth out, ready for the braces. You know, I've absolutely nailed it. And I, of course, I do it for love, and I do it for, at the same time, once it's done, that accelerator's going down. That foot's going to the floor, and this channel will probably leave this bar. It'll leave the kitchen, and it'll be a type of, like, I don't know, beer and a backpack and traveling around and, you know, home 3 weeks of the year type of thing, you know, as long as, for taxation purposes, as long as I have to, you know, whatever time I have to be in the country to be called a UK citizen or whatever, then I'll be here. But other than that, out of you. Jip, how are you doing? Thinking about going to Oktoberfest in Derby when it comes. Never been to one. Steve Jeffrey, get to one. They're great. No, David, it's Thursday. AI Bundy comes to mind. Fair play, Simon. Quality brother, says Nigel. 263, only 153 likes. How's that work? Christine, let's push the likes. Can we do 200 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? Hit the like button down below. Hit the like button down below for the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit that like button down below. Let's get 200 likes. Come on, let's go. Let's go, as Jensen Button once says, as he overtook Kobayashi in a Toyota with his brawn to become Formula One world champion. Let's go, he said. Jensen Button, what a driver. Found your channel recently and loved the Stella comparison. For months now, I've been paying extra for 5.2% ABV Stella. Paul, can I ask you a question? Because there's lots of people in the comments box asking that very question. Paul, Dan, direct question to you, mate. Where can people buy 5.2% ABV Stella in the UK? Give them the website. Let them know down below. That will make a lot of people's day. Simon Richards, Beavertown neck oil in my local at 50 pence. 50 pence a pint more than Peroni. It's 4.3. How can it be justified? Simon Richards, it's not, I mean, I went to my local Marston's pub and they wanted, and I kid you not, they wanted £7 a pint for a neck oil. I I couldn't help laughing. And it was confusing for people because people were coming up to me, talking to me in the Marston's pub. You're that guy on YouTube. And finally, there's craft beer in a Marston's pub, and they were all excited. And I went to the bar lady, and part of the conversation, I asked her how much a pint was. She went £7. And I laughed. And the people were like, they were a little bit put out. They were a little bit put out by me having a bit of a giggle at £7 a pint for a neck oil. But I'm not paying that. I'm no mug. I'm not paying £7 for a neck oil. Absolutely no way. The pump looked fantastic. The pump, nice and orange, luminous, looked great. Yeah, people were drinking it. I wasn't. I was not paying. I bought a pedigree. I bought a pint of pedigree. I'm not paying £7 a pint for a Beavertown neck oil. Benson reveals something. Alistair says food. Oh, pardon me. I said that enthusiastically and farted. I was in Tesco. I've seen that nice brewery beer. Right, we're going to go to the newest comments. Christine Ayres says £2 a pint in supermarket. Then these comments are flying tonight. £2 a pint in a supermarket. Then I do sit on the pub bench looking innocent with your can. Well, why not? How much of that £7 is profit for the pub? I bet not much. Well, Exile. The electric bills are off the scale for these pubs. ADC, £7, ridiculous, I know. Wirral Guy has got Augustina Helles. Lovely beer. Wirral Guy, awesome beer. Morton, hiya everyone. Hiya our Simon and everyone. Greetings from Denmark, where I'm getting into some proper craft beer. Well done, Morton. Well done. I'm not even sure what craft beer is. To be honest, the term puts me off. Just give me a German beer, please. Dank. Scooby D2. See, now, right, I'm not going to look at any comments for a moment because I'm going to talk about something. And it's something that I wanted to talk about for a long time. I am actually becoming slightly disheartened by craft beer. I think it's to do with this whole cost of living thing, personally. But I remember having conversations with brewers, who were dead excited for craft beer. They were dead excited and they wanted to produce the best possible beers they could. And they thought it was the future. They invested heavily. And the same brewers that I chatted to, who were really excited, using all the hops in the world, peeled back the cans, peeled back the sticker on the cans, and there's all this writing, and it was exciting, and it was brilliant, and it was lovely. Those same people now are making ice cream pale ales and putting them on the shelves in Morrison's. And it's very disheartening for somebody like me. Very, very disheartening for somebody like me who's had conversations with the brewery owners, with all of these wonderful breweries, and they were once upon a time massively enthusiastic about beer. And then you see ice cream pale ale in Morrison's by one of the brewers that I have a lot of respect for, and you kind of just go, has the bottom fallen out of the market? That's what I'm thinking. Has the bottom fallen out of the market? Are we in a position now where even the most dedicated, enthusiastic, waving the flag for craft beer people, are they losing is it taking too long? This is the point. Is it taking too long for craft beer to make it to absolutely where everybody in the world? This is the point. I think there were breweries out there who bet the house. They bet literally they bet their house on craft beer being the next big thing. Everybody talked about it. There was going to be TV adverts, and it just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened. And I think we talked about Tesco's earlier on. The Tesco craft beer aisles now, they're a shadow for me. They're in our local Tesco's, big Tesco extras. They're a shadow of their former selves. They're a shadow of their former selves. We're now seeing ice cream pale ales from, dedicated craft beer brewers. And I'm just wondering, Nigel, you have our full attention. And it's worrying. It's worrying. I'm wondering if the bottom's gone. If the bottom's fallen out. And I had a tool bag once that had a handle, like a suitcase. And I used to walk my tool bag around the building site, whatever job I was on that building site, walking it around like a suitcase. But that suitcase was only good as long as it had canvas on the bottom. The moment all my saws were all that canvas ripped, and my saws and my hammers and everything was all falling over the floor, the moment that bag was useless. And I'm wondering if the same things happened with craft beer. I'm wondering if the bag's torn and there's tools dropping all over the floor. Alistair, yeah, there's that too. Alistair's saying it's simple economics. Craft beer is expensive. People are skint. So will it return, Alistair? If we have a big change in fortunes, will it turn? Will it change? Ice cream for the kids, decent craft beer for me, says Heaven 7. That's a really good thing to say. You're overthinking it, Simon. There's no end game for craft beer. It will always be around in one form or another. Stephen Crawford, yes, it will. Yes, it will. But Stephen Crawford, is it returning back to its very niche, very small, very niche community, which it once was? Or will it thrive when the economy thrives again? When the economy thrives and everybody's got some money, will craft beer thrive again? I'd like to think so. Did he, Christine? That's good in this. Oh, no, Christine, you want to try it? £2.25 a can. I poured it all down the sink. Exile 2828. Pubs are not rip-offs. Pubs are being ripped off. They need to make money to survive. Unfortunately, craft beer is kind of the same. It's not profitable to mass produce and compete with the major firms. Totally agree. Exile. So that Marston's pub that I was in, they told me that their gas and electric bills were a year behind. So the £7 they were charging now for the neck oil, they said wait till next year. And I'm thinking, you don't want to put that up anymore. You don't want to put, if you're in such a bind that you have to put it up to, like, I don't know, £10 a pint, then you can forget it. Absolutely forget it. Funny though, isn't it? Because our lovely economy apparently grew the last quarter because of people going out and enjoying drinks and going to the pub. That's what we've based our economy on, is it? People going out for drinks and going to the pub. I can't see it. See, for me, I read that and I give myself a little chuckle and I go, what kind of Jackanory rubbish is this? Who's making this stuff up? As soon as we left that whole thing a few years ago, all of a sudden it's been Jack and Ori. It really has. It's been Jack and Ori ever since. All of it. The economy. You're reading stuff and you're thinking, really? The economy grew because people are going to the pub. Really? Denmark. I was in Copenhagen some weeks ago, visited a few great, wonderful pubs and drank some fantastic beers. War Pigs. I've been there, War Pigs. Fermenton Alban, Amager Brewhouse. Lovely. Peter, fantastic. Absolutely wonderful places. Really are. Hit the like button down below. Where are we on the likes? Where are we on the likes? Do we have 200 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? JT says, hey bro, I'm a big fan. Have you tried Landshag or Pacifico? Mexican beers. I've tried Pacifico, but I've not had Landshag. Sounds good though, JT. I seen Brewdog were in Lidl. They had Brewdog Punk IPA, my local Lidl today. Wow. Evening, Simon just joined. Where did that go? Mark, evening, Simon, just joined. Has just finished work. Hope you're well, fella. Mark, I'm absolutely fine. RG Fox says 99% of pub punters don't give a about craft ale. It's a phase to sell. Morton McKellar is bleeding all over the place. Is it really, Morton? Well, yeah. Yeah. Heaven 7, like this. Right, he's having a chat. Right. Hello, Simon. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay, Darren. I'm doing okay. Excel says completely agree. Genga, hi everyone. First time watching the Stone Crow. Hello, Genga. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. It's lovely, lovely to have you in the Stone Crow Virtual Pub tonight. Simon Richards, the problem is with craft beer, there are too many choices. I guess most viewers of this channel will want to try lots of different ones. You will never build a brand. It will always be niche. Yeah, kind of, Simon Richards, I totally agree with you, I think. Has anyone actually bought a pint of Riddles in Wetherspoons for £1.49? Stephen Crawford. What a question. What a question. There's another video right there. There is another video right there. Riddles for £1.49. There's a video right there. Go in the beer garden, 11 o'clock in the morning on a Monday with a pint of Riddles, set the camera up, bish bash bosh, Wetherspoons, Riddles, £1.49. That'll make a great video. That'll make a great video. People will watch it. People will be intrigued, Pint of Riddles for £1.49. Blooming heck. Oh, I bet it's like, oh, I bet it's dreadful. But I bet back in the day, a pint of Riddles was lovely. Jan says, greetings from Suffolk. Simon, what's happened to Danny Bale and Joe Biden's dentures? Haven't been in the Stone Club for a while. Sean, people come. People come, people go. People come, people go. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? 1 minute when you're growing up, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Everybody wants to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Everybody wanted to talk about, not everybody, of course, but this channel did very well in COVID. Very, very well. And it's difficult to maintain it. Every week, I do these live streams, and I bet there's people sitting in their chairs right now going, he's banging on about the same stuff he banged on about 3 years ago. It's just it's very difficult to keep yourself fresh. if I had a huge marketing team around me who could go, we're going to go in this direction, we're going to go in that direction, we're going to go over there, we're going to do these new things, then, of course, fresh ideas, this channel would be a very different thing. But I do all the editing, I do all the filming, I do all the live streams, I drink all the beer, I search for all the beer. I'm literally a one-man band. Literally a one-man band. So I left my house today. At 12 o'clock. I had to go to Waitrose, I had to go to Tesco, Aldi, Lidl. And I got back 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was out for 3 hours shopping. Of course, for beer. Of course, for different beers, different things going on in the world of beer. Is it, Lewis? Nice on draft, Ruddles. Yeah, well, with James, I couldn't I? Ideas for my YouTube. Ask an AI robot for some like refreshing ideas. But anyway, apart from all that, I'm doing everything. I'm literally shopping for 3 hours in the shops. I went out with a bottle of water in my car. By the time I was coming back from the last shop, I opened the water, had a swig of the water. The water was warm. Drinking warm water in my blooming car. It was so hot today. But we got everything. We got some exciting things coming on the channel. We got some really exciting things. We really have. There's some exciting things going on at Waitrose. There's exciting things going on at Tesco. There's some exciting things going on in Lidl and Aldi. 4 supermarkets today. There's a lot going on. I suppose though, the benefit of being full-time, the benefit of me being full-time on this channel is that I can dedicate all that time to running around all these different shops. But my point is, with Joe Biden's dentures and Daniel Bale, is that it's difficult to stay fresh. It's difficult to stay fresh, and it's difficult to always kind of keep everybody interested. I mean, you know. But the thing is, what I've noticed for every Daniel Bale and for every Joe Biden's dentures, there's a Connor Jackson, there's a Kelly Burns, there's a Christine, there's a Eyeball Paul, there's Nigel Watson, Travis. There he is. There's a Travis. Now Travis here has been one of the most loyal, dedicated followers of this channel for the last probably 5 years. Travis has been kind of there sending me. Travis, I tell you, sends me these jokey little videos on Instagram. There was a woman with a golf club, and she hit this golf ball, and the golf ball hit the tree, hit her in the head, and she fell in the blooming river. And I need those, even though I don't always have time to respond to Travis with his videos on Instagram. I watch them and it gives me a giggle. It gives me a blooming giggle, and I really like it. I really like it because you need a giggle in life, don't you? Especially when you're working on your own. Especially when you're working on your own all day long. You know, just saying, he's talking about Matt. I haven't had a chance to read his comment yet, but I don't have a team of people around me. It's just me. I'm running around like headless chicken, doing beer reviews, food reviews, shopping, editing, uploading, live streaming. I'm like doing 13 hours a day type of thing. But I love it. I'm not complaining. I absolutely love it. Simon, with marketing people around him, I can imagine the side figurines with ponytail and jelly beer. Can you imagine, Trav? Can you imagine? But you know my point. My point is, it's difficult to keep it massively fresh all of the blooming time, isn't it? Ross is asking, is there a place in Barry where he can take his empty perfect draft kegs back? Yes. Across the way from the Cherry Orchard pub, across the way, there's a cost cutter shop. Take your kegs back in there. He'll ask you to buy another one, mind you, but he'll give you a £5 off your previous keg. Loads of comments. Doing YouTube is stressful. Your fate depends on AI cause rhythm. Yeah, well, yeah, Nigel. Yeah, I suppose it is. Yes, Simon, get the pre-Kens. What's that then? How much work is it to edit a video? Oh, Peter Can, I got this Mac that's like tired and old. Pardon me. I was thinking about a MacBook Air. I was thinking about buying a MacBook Air. And seeing if it's any quicker. I got one of these Macs. It's got to sit in one place. A little MacBook Air. I was thinking I could sit out at the bar, do some work at the bar, probably change my life. I don't want to sit in that cave. I sit in that cave all winter. That is a cave in the winter. It really is. I don't want to sit in there in the daytime. I want to, especially in the summertime, I want to sit out at this bar, editing videos. Change my life. It'll change my life. I need to go and get a beer. I can't believe it's 8:10. Cannot believe it's 8:10. I am loving this tonight. I am absolutely loving this tonight. I feel relaxed. I feel chilled out. The sun's gone. It's not in my face anymore. It's slowly starting to cool down a little bit. My shirt's not sticking to me too much anymore. I got a cold beer. I'm talking to what I consider really good people here on YouTube. And life's good, man. Life is good. Life is good. So, is there any new people who are watching tonight who have been watching the Lager battle videos and the Stella versus European Stella, Kronenberg versus UK Kronenberg, San Miguel versus UK San Miguel, who have decided to join this live stream tonight and who are watching? Anyone new from I picked up 1,000 subscribers in a week. It's been a bit of a whirlwind for me. A bit of a whirlwind, it really has. There's only a handful of times on this channel where we've picked up 1,000 subscribers in a week. Only a handful. And I never see it coming. It comes, and there's times after Christmas in January when everyone's doing dry January where you're a little bit worried. You're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness me, where's everyone gone? They're all doing dry January. Nobody's watching my beer reviews. And of course, business, being in business, you're like, oh, this is going to be a tough old month. And then fast forward exactly 6 months, more or less, exactly 6 months. And whoosh, it's like a rocket ship. It really is. For us, I mean, for the Marquez Brownies out there, 1,000 subscribers in a week is probably nothing. But for channels our size, we're about to cross the 65,000 subscriber mark. And that's massive. That's absolutely massive for us. It really is. We've been going 13 years on YouTube. I'm in the top 50 of the YouTube UK beer of UK, the whole of YouTube. The whole of YouTube, I'm one of the top 50 starter channels in the whole of the UK. to start making videos on YouTube. We've been going since 2010. And it's kind of wonderful. It's kind of wonderful. It really is to still be going. But at the same time, you can imagine, like, it's taken 13 years to pick up 65,000 subscribers. So to pick up 1,000 in 1 week, well, that's exponential growth, isn't it? If I did that every week, I'd have another 52,000. Yeah, I'd have another 52,000 subscribers, wouldn't I? That's nearly the size of my whole channel. So to pick up 1,000 subscribers in a week, I want to stand here and I want to say thank you. Thank you very, very much. So in 15 minutes, to anybody who's new, we're about to enter the witching hour. Oh, we got a super chat. JT, £2 super chat. Thank you very much to JT for the £2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Stu saying, what's dry January? I totally agree with him too. You've done well, Simon. Respect. Many people are jealous of people who are popular on YouTube, especially on the sincere like you. It's tough, Nigel. It's tough. We've had our moments. We've had our moments, but I think we've been able to smile and carry on and respect people for their views. Of course, respect people for their views. People have different opinions, you know, that they're quite welcome to their opinions. You know, I respect everybody's opinion. It's about trying, for me, it's about, and I said this at the very start of the year. I said this in January, standing here, freezing cold with a bobble hat on, doing a live stream with my puffer jacket thing on, trying to stay warm. I was standing here saying, this year is going to be a tough year for everybody. If you want some positivity, and I remember this, and you guys probably remember it too. If you want some positivity, come to this channel. We will be the channel for positivity throughout the year. There'll be nothing but smiles. We'll be happy. We'll you know, wherever the direction of the channel might have gone. I was telling you guys this in January. This is the year for positivity. When behind closed doors, the channel wasn't doing very well. The channel was struggling a little bit. But I had the Jerry. It is. It's been a tough year for everybody. But I made a promise at the start of the year. This is going to be the place for positivity. This is going to be a place where we're going to hopefully put a smile on people's faces. And you guys, you're going to put a smile on my face too. You're going to tell me some jokes in a live feed. And Trav's going to send me some videos of women hitting themselves in the face with golf balls. And we're all just going to muddle through and have a laugh. And we're all going to get through. And I've lost my track of why did I even go down that road? Why did I even? Kelly Burns says, yes, totally remember your pledge, and that is your success. We all escaped to the Stone Crow at the end of the week. I mean, yeah, Kelly, I'm really pleased you remembered. I said this in a bleak, cold January. This is the place for positivity, and it still is. It still is. The point is, we've had a fantastic week. We really have. And I think you have a fantastic week if you're positive. I honestly believe that. If you let those, and it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. I totally understand that. What I'm trying to say is, I'm giving you my perspective on life. If you let them negative thoughts creep in, then you're never going to grow. You're never going to grow. You're never going to you're never going to be positive, are you? You can never. It's difficult. Of course it is. Of course it is. Sometimes, you know, it's not possible to keep the negative thoughts up, but it is a way you can just try and find something. I tell you what, my mother-in-law. So my mother-in-law moved to Italy. She never spoke a word of Italian. She's a cleaner. Lovely lady, my mother-in-law. Lovely, lovely lady. But she told me, because there were times when she got on a bus to go to do a cleaning job for an hour. Everybody on the bus was talking Italian. She would arrive at the house she was cleaning. Everybody was talking Italian. She couldn't understand a word of it. And what she would do, her husband was working away. You know, she was on her own type of thing. She was literally working, but on her own, on buses for hours and back and forth. Really hard working woman. But she said to me how she gets through a difficult day is just to have a square of chocolate every day. And let that square of chocolate be a highlight. Something to look forward to at the end of the day. Your square of chocolate, put a smile on your face. Chip away at it. Chip away at life. Chip away at life and find those little things that you like. My little thing in life that I like is this virtual pub. You guys are terrific. You guys are absolutely fantastic. You really are. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. Paul Dan said he wished he found the channel sooner. There's a lot of fear-mongering, but yeah, it's totally Nigel. Meeks has just ordered 24 bottles of Kapuzin Kalawaizen after watching your review of it, Simon. Is it really a cracker? It is. It's really great. You're going to love it. Really, Don? Wow. Sadly, I think things are going to get tougher. So beacons of positivity like this are much needed. Chris Wilkinson, we will do our best. We will do our best. If ever I start a live stream crying, then I need your help. You're going to need to give me some help, yeah? But until that moment, I'm going to, put a smile on and try and, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to drink cheap Weiss beer from value supermarkets, and we're all just going to get along swimmingly. But I still can't remember why I got down to that whole conversation anyway. Why did we end up there? What were we talking about that we ended up there? Because I feel like I was talking about something really important, and then we ended up going down that road. Was it somebody? Yeah, somebody. I remember. Somebody mentioned something about negative. I remember. Something blocking out the negativity. That was it. I remember he just commented just now. Nigel Watson. That was it. Watched this Simon a few years ago. Set off my beer journey. I've now on over 700 beers. Still a way to go to 9,000. Sam, you enjoy the journey. Too much negativity at the moment. I live on your inside. Keeps me saying, hey, Kelly, we just got to keep on smiling, yeah? What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze? A shoe! Dino, what a joke. A shoe! I love it. Positive indeed. Keep up the good work. Life is not a rehearsal. Mike the Saddler. Life is not a rehearsal, and you do not get any second goes. You will never get a second go. This is the one and only chance you will get. If you've ever wanted to go to Japan, or if you've ever wanted to go to Thailand or Munich or anywhere in your mind that you wanted to go, or something you wanted to do, just do it. I know that's a famous tick slogan from a pair of shoes, but honestly, honestly. Do you know what I think in life now? I used to be really scared of debt. Debt used to frighten the life out of me. I'm not in any debt. I'm not in any debt. But it doesn't, I tell you what scares me more than debt these days is time. Time. Because you can spend your time saving, or just muddling by, paying the mortgage, paying for your car, that sort of thing, putting diesel in. And before you know it, you're 50. And you try and put on a pair of football boots and play football. You can't anymore. You can't. It's done and dusted. You can't kick a football anymore. You can't run around like you used to. And you're thinking, hang on a minute, I'm 50. I've muddled through. I've done all the good things in life. I've done everything that everybody has ever wanted me to do. I've paid my mortgage. I've paid my gas bills, and I've been a good little boy. But I've still not been to Japan, or I've still not been to Australia, or I've still not been to, many other places around the world. I've never been to America. And you get to a stage in life where you start to think to yourself, I'm going to start pissing into the wind. I'm going to start pissing into the wind and hoping the luck that the wind blows everywhere else bar on me. Take a chance. Take a chance. Piss in the wind. Piss right in the wind. See what happens. You might have a face full of it. But you know what? Do you know what you'll be able to do? Is get a cloth and wipe it off. A bit like a Formula 1 driver ripping off a visor when they're doing 200 miles an hour down the straight. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. Go again. Go again. This country, the problem with this country is we're all worried about what other people think. Have I got is my car the oldest car in the street? Is my windows clean? Are my windows as new as everybody else's windows in the street? And keeping up with the Joneses. My car got scabies. My car is covered. I bought a £500 Punto thing after my Lupo blew up, and it's covered in literal shit. My car is like peeling. All the lacquer's coming off. Everything's coming off. But you know what? That was one of the best 500 quid I've ever spent. Because people come alongside me on the lights, and they look and they laugh. And I go, yeah, watch this now. Fiat Punto 1.9 turbo diesel sporting. It's got this like designer badge written down the side. And I absolutely, and I just hit it. I just hit it these days. I hit it. And I can go 100 grand Mercedes, £100,000 Mercedes with sport modes and all sorts. Because they'll only go so far. They'll go so far, they'll back off. I'll carry on. I'll absolutely carry on with it. I don't care. ABS lights are flashing on the dashboard. Hit the brakes. Let's see if the brakes work. Let's go for it, Go for life. I don't know why that ABS button's flashing on the dashboard. I got no idea. I'm not very technical with cars. I'm just hoping and praying that when I need to put that brake pedal down late, very, very late, that the damn thing works. And that's how my life is these days. I can always slam it in second and rip the handbrake up. Blow the engine up, but stick it'd be like an anchor in the ground. I'll stop the damn thing, don't you? Well, blow the gearbox up. Anyway, what was I? Why have I gone on a tangent now about cars? I've gone on a big cars tangent. I'm like, older cars are actually more reliable. Got one before they started with all these sensors. Oh, yeah, sensors. I'm bloody honest, Thursday again. Paid $3.5 grand for a 5 Series BMW 10 years ago. Got 212 miles and it's still going strong. John, incredible, isn't it? Awesome, live in the moment. ABS, no time for that. What is it? Assisted braking system or something? I don't even know. I don't need an assisted braking system. What do I want an assisted braking system for? As long as I slam that middle pedal down, assisted. Why is the assisted braking system flashing on my dashboard? I don't know. I'm not technical with cars. I'm not technical. I couldn't give a monkeys. Flash all you want. Flash all you want, ABS light. So I'm doing Fast and Furious Barry Edition. Sensors on cars, my dashboard flashes like black fall illuminations. Exactly, yes, exactly that. Exactly that. Paul Jones. Any time for whiskey, Alistair got really ill. Got really ill very young. Really ill very young on whiskey. Passed the parcel with a litre bottle. We drank it in 10 minutes, a litre bottle. Pass the parcel, pass the parcel, pass the parcel. Gone 10 minutes. Left the house sober. Can't remember walking 6 miles down the road. Apparently, I was fighting bus shelters. I was on the top of 360 diggers, dancing on the top of the roof of a 360 digger, trying to get in and drive the damn thing, climbing walls. It was before ADHD, yeah, before ADHD existed. I reckon I got the old, the old ADHD type of thing. But it was never it wasn't a thing back in the day, was it? It wasn't diagnosed. It really wasn't diagnosed. If it was diagnosed back in the 80s, I would have been on their radar. Don't you worry about that. What ABS light, you know? Normal people are like, oh, I better pull over. Oh God, better pull over. Anti-lock braking, says John. Currently having a Kronbacher, now incredible beer for the price, especially bagging. Connor Jackson, great stuff. Meeks to pack the boys the bags when you were 17. Both sides, you see your dad. Oh. Be sensor or low fluid. What's me? Is Meeks trying to say something to me? Sorry, I'm going through these comments as quickly as I can. Do I like the electric handbrake buttons? That's definitely alive. Oh, right. Get Simon on the go-kart. Oh, Taylor, have you seen my go-kart video? Have a look. Tembi. Have a look at one of my Tembi videos on YouTube. I started off with I've overtaken like 6 or 7 cars on a go-kart track. I was just lightning, absolute lightning. Took it off, absolutely flew around there. Oops, my bad. Worst drinking moment. Personal sleeping maker. Nigel said there's some fantastic Russian craft beers. Totally agree. ADC was called Acid in the early 80s, yeah. Any good IPA you know of? Oh, there's plenty good IPA. Right. I mentioned earlier the witching hour. Let me explain the witching hour. I finished this live stream at 9:30. We are well and truly in the witching hour. It's the last hour. It's the hour where we're going to have fun. Yeah. I've had a few beers. I'm going to go off the rails a little bit. I may not talk much sense. I never do after a few beers. All I ask is that you don't do any screen grabs. You don't take any screenshots, anything, because you wouldn't do that in the pub, would you? You wouldn't walk up to a slightly inebriated man in a pub and ask to film him or take pictures of him or whatever. You would leave him alone, wouldn't you? Because you'd realise he's slightly inebriated, and there's no need to take any kind of video of him and then share it in private WhatsApp groups, that sort of thing. What I'm saying is, this is the witching hour. It's the last hour of the week for the Stone Crow Virtual Pub, and we're gonna just have some fun and let loose and whoosh, This is a pub. This is the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It's a real pub. It existed for 3 or 4 years on the internet, and long may it continue. But it can only really continue if we're just left to our own devices, you know? This is the lock-in. This is the lock-in part of the virtual pub, where you shut the curtains, you shut the front door, you have a lock-in, and you have a bit of a laugh. You turn the music up and job done, you know? I might have to grab a beer now. Harry Grant, you will, mate, you will. Big Kev, 9:30, used to be 10 o'clock. Hey, Big Kev. I know, minimum back in the day, it used to be 2 a.m. in the morning, back to night. Hey, Big Kev. We used to do, yeah. So Big Kev remembers the when we first started the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It was very much a new thing back in the day. Very much a new thing back in the day. I didn't really kind of like have any like plan. There was no plan. But what I found, Big Kev, was when I used to do the like till 2 in the morning, they used to be crazy nice, didn't they? When I used to do till 2 in the morning, the next day was completely ruined. Like it was a complete and utter write-off. And what I find, if I'm honest, Big Kev, so 10 o'clock on a Fridays, 9:30 on a Thursday. 9:30 on a Thursday works for me lovely because it's the middle of summer. I like to watch the sunset. I know the sun's gone already, but I like the calmness of the evening, and I like to grab a beer, have half an hour to myself, 9:30 till 10, quiet beer to myself. Then I'll make myself brush my teeth and go to bed, and happy days, isn't it? Happy days. We got a £20 super chat from John Bance. Agree to the overburdening PC crap. This is to you, Simon, and your family, mate. Yay! Stone the crows. Thank you very much, John Bance. Honestly. We unfortunately live in an overly PC world, don't we, these days? Apparently, I haven't been on a building site. I haven't been on a building site for years. I used to love the building sites. Used to love the building sites. In fact, I think before I like properly unable to, I'm still able at the moment. I'd like to go back on a building site. I'd like to get my gold card for carpentry and just go back for just a few months, just to experience the laugh, the banter one more time with the boys. I won't know them boys. I won't know them from Adam. But at the end of the job, after being with them for 3 months, building a building, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year, them boys will be your brothers. Honestly, they'll be. You work so hard with them, but I loved it. But going back to it, the reason why I mentioned all of that is because when I was an apprentice carpenter and I worked on building sites, you could grab a ladder. You could grab a ladder and you could put it up against a scaffold and up you went. This day and age, apparently, I don't know if it's true, but apparently ladders are banned off building sites. Apparently, apart from the scaffolders have to have ladders, yeah? But in terms of like, I need to just get up a couple of steps just to do a little bit of cement work or fill a hole or reglaze a window. No, set of steps. Set of steps are perfect for that. We've been using sets of steps for millennia, for like nearly forever, yeah? And all of a sudden now you've got to get all sorts of like tower scaffolding, chairlifts. It just makes me go mad. It's like health and safety. I seen it coming. When I last got my gold card for the building sites for the CSCS, there was a man and he was talking about asbestos. And he talked about asbestos. It was, you know, it's going to get you, and I totally agree. Got a lot of people. But then what was the thing? What was he banging on about? He was banging on about something or other, and he was banging on about like timelines in your life, and like it's going to get you type of thing. And I always remember thinking, well, something's going to get you. If it's not I can't remember what it was. Can't remember what it was, but it was like something like where you go, oh, don't be so daft type of thing. But I went to the dentist. It's crept into society, haven't it? It's crept and it's crept and it's crept in. I went to the dentist 3 months ago, and I laid down the dentist chairs, and she went, "Oh, you don't eat any sweets, do you?" And I said, "No." You don't like much sweet stuff, and I said, "No." And she said, well, what do you like? And I went, like savoury stuff, savoury like crisps, sandwiches, that sort of thing, and beer. You know, she said, alcohol will give you mouth cancer. You need to cut back on alcohol. And I looked at this woman. I nearly sat bolt upright in a dentist chair. I get mad. I do have a short fuse. I do generally have a short fuse in life. I nearly sat up bolt right in this chair, you know, ripping everything off, or, you know, get this light out of my face type of thing. And I almost said to her, I grit my teeth. I grit my teeth, and I'm like, you know, live your life. Live your life. Something's going to get you. If it's not the mouth cancer from the alcohol, you know, if it's not the dust in your lungs, or if it's not like filling up your arteries or something, for goodness sake, something's gonna blimmin', you know, somebody's gonna have you eventually. You know, we're not here forever, are we? We're not here forever. But what I don't like to hear that. So my argument with the dentist was, you know, I don't eat sweets. You can't get me for that. How many people turn in here with big black rotten teeth for eating bagfuls of Haribo? It's not me. I don't eat bagfuls of Haribo. I don't have black teeth. But I work in the beer industry. She had no care in the world for that. I told her that. I said, look, I work in the industry. I work in the beer industry. Oh, well, you should try and find ways to cut back. No thinking of what I do, how I do it. Oh, you got to try and find ways of cutting back. I don't need to be told that in life. I don't need to be told. I really, honestly, it really boils my. I don't like my ABS dashboard like coming up. I don't like to be told. I don't like to be told that there's something wrong with my brakes. I don't want that from my life. I don't want the negativity, if you like. I don't want the negativity of it all. I don't want it. I had a Lupo, Volkswagen Lupo, didn't have any lights on it. No lights whatsoever. There was nothing. That car stepped on the brake pedal, the brakes worked. There was no sensor. There was no ABS. There was no boo, 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 you know, danger, warning, do not step, look right and left, you know, all that like Charlie Says stuff. Drives me nuts. Leave me to my own devices. I'll look after myself. You look after yourselves, you know. Nigel, £20 super chat. Please ask Mel to get some Factor 30 Hawaiian Tropic. Thanks for all the happy memories, by the way. Nigel, thank you very much, Nigel. Cheers, my friend. You've mentioned that a couple of times tonight, the old Factor 30. I think maybe I'm just standing here a bit red, that's all. But, you know, we crisp up, don't we? It's like crisp and dry out there. Thank you very much, Nigel. Thank you very much, John, for the wonderful super chats. Everything in moderation, including moderation, says Sam. Totally. Will you be watching this Ashes series this summer? Mike the Saddler. Do you know, I like to. My grandfather, when he was alive, he loved the cricket. He loved the cricket. I never quite understood it, but he loved all sport. He'd always have sport on the television, my grandfather. Always, always, always. He was always like, you could hear him tutting. Oh, we could have done better. Oh, you know, when they get like batted out, when the wickets go up in the air type of thing, he was always, you know, like if you give him a cricket bat, you know, he'd knock sixes every time type of thing, you know. He was a lovely guy, my grandfather. He was a lovely guy, but you know, he was very kind of like he should have done that or he should have done this. I think Fernando Alonso said it. Fernando Alonso said it after the Monaco Grand Prix, didn't he? He said there's a lot of sofa, there's a lot of armchair Formula One fans who very easy to see from a you know, you've got a million screens in front of you, you've got the times of every other driver. It's very easy to see what you should do from your television set. But Fernando Alonso was doing 200 miles an hour on a single track road in the streets of Monaco, and he had to make a split decision. It was his decision, split decision. I'm coming in for new tyres, and could have won the race. Could have won the race if he made the right decision. But the point is, he was driving 200 miles an hour on a single track road with metal fences either side of him, and forgive him. You got to forgive him, haven't you? He had to make a decision right there, right then. He made the wrong one. And you go, ooh, he could have beaten Verstappen. Level playing field, Monaco could have beaten Verstappen. It just shows, doesn't it? He's a better driver than Verstappen in equal measures, in an equal car. Yeah, but he didn't. That's the point. He didn't make the right decision. Why did I go there? I told you it's the witching hour. It's the witching hour. It's 10 to 9. I'm going to go places and go, why did we talk about that conversation? Nigel said, VW Beetle. Drinking a Peroni Grand Reserva, Doppio Malto, Morrison's, have them. Genuine imports, not Carlsberg. Sounds good. Sounds very, very good. GT3911. Ever since the situation, and especially since the cost of living, I've become sick of being dictated to. I won't have it. Matt Williams, I will not have it. Not even by my ABS dashboard. From now on, I'll do what I want, when I want, live and let live. Absolutely, of course. How amazing would it be for Alonso to get another championship? Oh, John, I think that would be incredibly difficult, but it's lovely to see him and Aston Martin on the podium. Apparently, they got some upgrades. Aston Martin got upgrades for the Canadian Grand Prix on the weekend. So apparently, that blip, as Alonso's already said, that blip will not happen again with Mercedes. He's taken the fight. He has taken the fight to Mercedes. I think he'll have a job, mind you. I think Aston Martin remind me of Brawn, where they made that car fantastically well, and then they didn't quite know how to make it faster. I have the same feeling with Aston Martin. I've got the feeling that they made a really good car, and now they're slightly kind of, how do we make this great bit of machinery better? And it's a critical part of the season for Aston Martin. They're either going to make a right slip of it, or they're going to get things spot on. And I hope they get it spot on. But nobody got Adrian Newey, Apparently, Adrian Newey can see the actual air going over the top of a Formula One car. I work with so many people who worry for the sake of worry. That's why I'm here, keeping it real. Just appreciate the good beer in front of you. Kelly Burns, I totally agree. No, Nigel, no. No, I don't want black teeth. John's back in 5. He needs to listen to AC/DC. Harry's got himself a Narrowston lager. Cool, Harry, well done. Old play. Cigarettes are good for you in the 50s. Beer, Bill Bulk in the 60s, etc., etc. Of course it is. Of course it is. R.G. Fox. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's like that, you know. People listen to what people get fed on what they're fed. They'll listen to what's put in front of them. The worst thing this country ever had after the war was television sets. Television sets. Literally, you're sitting in front of devices on your walls and you're being fed. You're being fed stuff on a daily basis and you don't even realize it. The reason why there's a million cooking channels on the television is because, number one, human beings need to eat. Number two, it's relatively safe. Number three, it keeps people glued to the screens and not going out and enjoying themselves. They want you stuck in this kind of cubicle of life, watching that 50-inch television being pumped full of the bullshit stuff is being pumped at you on a daily basis. And the moment you realize that, and you go, no, I am not watching this anymore. No more EastEnders, no more Coronation Street, no more Emmerdale Farm. They are your Charlie Says. Pumped information that we had in the 1980s. They just folded it all into soaps. Always said it. Frank Butcher, don't drink and drive, Frank Butcher. You'll run Janine over. That's the last time I watched the soap. I was like, I am being fed Charlie Says here. This is just this is just Charlie Said wrapped up in a soap. And I am not prepared to take on that rubbish. Everyone's talking Formula One. Is your glass nucleated? No, it's not. It's not, look. No. Simon is based on reptiles. They don't want a population of people capable of critical thinking. They want obedient workers. George Carlin, the big club. Of course, if you were to stop doing what people tell you to do, stop doing life. Wow. Well, Richie Rich is absolutely correct. Music live shows is what the TV told me the Nottingham incident was Iceland, a guy with mental health problems. And I won't get into individual cases. I'll just, So what do I watch? Because I'm bound to watch stuff, right? Of course I do. At the moment, I'm watching a lot of stuff on Apple TV. I'm watching a program called Foundation. Pretty good, spacey kind of stuff. At the moment, I think streaming platforms have not been, what's the word? They've not been messed about with too much by our overlords, type of thing. It's been left to our what will happen is the moment when everybody passes over to streaming, whenever we get rid of this old technology of aerials on our roof and everything's fed through pipes and the internet, which is where we're going to go in the next 5 years, that's the time to then probably look at, again, what am I being fed? What's being fed to me? And how much of that's being fed to me do I want to take in? See, now, I used to love football. I used to think football was terrific. Full-blooded, incredible game. It's ruined. I think it's ruined now. I think football is completely ruined. It's what did Sean Dyche say a couple of months ago when Harry Kane fell over, when Decore just raised his hand, barely touched the bloke, barely touched him. Harry Kane went down like a sack of bananas, rolling round, holding his face like the world was ending, like somebody from the stand, And I'm not buying that. Sean Dyche wasn't buying that either. I mean, you've got to be very careful what he says. Again, people above, yeah? The moment he says, speaks his mind, they get a fine, don't they? Football managers get a fine these days. A fine. And what, for free speech? For speaking their mind? For free speech, they're going to get a fine? Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. But he was quite clever. Sean Dyche was quite clever in the way that he put out his sentence when he said he had to be very careful, Harry Kane, because he nearly broke an eyelash. And I thought that was incredibly clever, incredibly well thought of, and he escaped a fine. For that one. But sorry to go all Mr. Conspiracy on you, but I do believe in free speech. Some of the best characters in the world are football managers. Look at people like Neil Warnock. I'm pretty sure Sean Dyche. If Sean Dyche was able to speak his mind, I'm pretty sure that he would have a cracking time with a journalist. But they've all got to really watch what they're saying. And I bet the journalists are only allowed to ask certain questions. They're not allowed to ask a full-blooded question because they probably get fined too. It's a overly governed world we live in. It really is. And it's about time. When you see the footballers coming off the pitch doing this, hand over their mouths, not even able to, because the lip reading doctors are able to work out what they're saying. When you're seeing footballers leaving a football pitch like this, you're thinking, what kind of world am I living in here? Used to love football, but don't watch anymore because it's all about money and the players are on it. Yeah, well, Steve Jeffrey, exactly that. It really is. Christine said we're nearly on 300 subscribers. Hit the like button. Sorry, 300 likes. Hit the like button down below. Hit the like button down below. Let's get 300 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. There's a like or a dislike button down below. If we can hit the like button, job done. We'll be away. We'll get to 300 likes. Nigel says, we love you, Simon. Thank you very much. I don't watch TV, only stream. My wife watches Emmerdale, etc. since the situation. I just can't be doing with all the net. Oh, Carl Rob, it's terrible. Carl Robson, negativity on TV. So search for stuff that interests me. Of course. Carl Robson. I've watched a man dig a hole in his garden for months, and he's got a smile on his face, and he's covered in mud, and he's just doing what he loves. You know, he's digging a bunker in his garden, and you're like, wow, look at this guy. This guy's he's not sat there watching Emmerdale Farm, EastEnders. He's not, you know, being zoned to by ITV News or whatever. He's out there doing his own thing. He's out there building a bunker in his garden. I fucking love that. And as long as YouTube's left alone, as long as YouTube is left alone and people can make whatever video they want, you know, it's about the people power, people building bunkers in their gardens and doing crazy stuff. You know, let the people be the people. If YouTube ever gets overregulated, well, we're all knackered, aren't we? I don't think there'll be a beer drinking channel on YouTube if the powers that be got their mitts on YouTube. Scary times, isn't it? Scary times. Billy, I don't know. I don't watch the adverts. I'm just a streamer. Haven't watched TV in maybe 5 years. Certainly since the situation and other agendas that are being pushed. Sam, absolutely. I won't watch it. I simply will not watch TV. I won't. We watch a lot of YouTube videos. My husband's guilty pleasure is watching commercial airplane videos. And for me, it is all about trains. Hey, Jane Swan. Honestly, Jane Swan. I bet it's brilliant watching stuff about trains. I watch a man digging a hole. In his garden. It's called Turbo Conquering Mega Eagle. He's fallen out of a tree. He's busted his arm. He can't do any digging for the next 3 months. But this is a shout out to Turbo Conquering Mega Eagle. If anybody kind of knows of this man or watches YouTube channel, just say I give him a shout out. I just come on here and I'm giving him a shout out. I watch all of his videos. I think the guy is flipping great. Absolutely great. Nigel, Simon, can I have a packet of cockles and a pint of pastel, please? And one for yourself, my friend. Hey, Nigel. I'll have one of those. Thank you very much. And I'll have some cockles while I'm there. Thank you, mate. Cheers, Nigel. We had a £20 super chat from Michael Richards. Can't wait for Real Ale Craft Beer World Tour in term time. Michael Richards, thank you very much. Hopefully, I'm not a whittled old man when that time comes. Hopefully, I can do it with a bit of health, yeah? Dad's Army on in the background, old TV. I watched with my dad. Where did that go? I watched the old stuff. I know. John Hill, brilliant. Can't fault it. One of my parents' home in a little village in Italy. I can get this for £10. Luckily, to get 2 points around here for that. Well, Music Light Show. Yeah, totally right. 9 more likes for 300. 9 more likes for 300 likes. Hit the like button down below. 9 more likes for 300 likes. Come on, let's do it. 9 more likes down there. Find the like button. 300 likes. At the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Treedo saying what's RACB? Real Ale Craft Beer. That's our channel name. Real Ale Craft Beer. Are you live streaming every night? Oh, Music Light Show. Absolutely not. I'm knackered for 3 days after this. I am knackered. Tomorrow, if I ever showed you a picture of what I looked like after these live streams, you'll see a man in a deck chair with his sunglasses on, sleeping all day. This is the most taxing. Honestly, reading comments 3 hours long, drinking, having a laugh. It's taxing. This is taxing. Could I live stream every night? Not on your Nelly. Not on your Nelly. I don't think anybody could. Right. Mark, how you doing, mate? I really watch TV, like football, and that's about it. Would rather consume the content I want and when I want to. Mark, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. We relate to you and your family. It's real and relatable. We can't afford flash holidays or posh properties. We're ordinary folk through and through, trying to take pleasures in what matters. Kelly Burns. I went to Waitrose today. I bought what I needed to review on Waitrose. I then went to Tesco Extra. I bought what I needed in Tesco Extra. And then I went to Aldi and I bought 16 Vice beers in Aldi because they were £1.20 each. And I had 16 of those. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Job done. And then I brought all the beer back home, put it in my fridge because it was a boiling hot day and I didn't want to leave the beer in the fridge while I did a full shop. And then I went to Lidl. I did my full weekly shop in Lidl. I bought chicken, mince, chicken breasts, 6 tins of tomatoes, 4 tins of beans, pack of tuna, all the stuff we love, yeah? All the stuff we love. Some crisps, some nuts, some frozen pizza, 45 quid. 45 quid. Job done. Week shopping, 45 quid. Sausages on a Saturday morning, bacon on a Sunday morning. Job done. Absolutely job done. No airs and graces. Absolutely no airs and graces. I will go to Waitrose. If there's a posh beer in Waitrose, I will go and buy the posh beer. I went to buy the posh beer. But did I buy a chicken in Waitrose for £16? I looked. Don't get me wrong. I looked at the farm-fed, ethical living chicken that's as dead as the one that was in Lidl. They're both dead. They were both dead. Honestly, they weren't running around, eating corn, flapping their little wings. They were both dead chickens on a supermarket shelf. I bought the dead chicken from Lidl for £6. And the £16 chicken in Waitrose is still on the shelf, as far as I know, because I didn't buy it. You can write ethical on the plastic bag as much as you want. That life had a fantastic life, as much as you want on that bag. But the point of the matter is, it's not an old hen. It's not an old bird. It's a relatively young bird that someone chose to end their life for a human consumption. And as far as I'm concerned, all them birds I'm buying, sounds like I'm down Bute Street in Cardiff, all them birds I'm buying, all them chickens I'm buying, they've all unethically, of course it is. Of course it's unethical to end an animal's life to be eaten. Of course it is. You can write on that bag all you want, corn-fed, all that other. So you can charge me 16 quid if you want. I won't be buying a £16 chicken. Because the little chicken that I bought for £6 suffered the same fate. Right. I reckon it's time for one more beer. But this is your job, right? Sure. It's an absolute pleasure. Genga, of course it is. But like any job, Genga, like any job, there's times where, you're doing your beer sitting. I do my beers in sittings. I do 3 or 4 beers at the same time. There's some beer sittings where I got 4 Asda ice cream infused pale ales that everybody else is raving about, and I'm like, where I'm like wondering how I'm going to get through. I'm standing there looking at these 4 ice cream concentrate pale ales and IPAs, and I'm thinking to myself, this is the worst job ever. This is horrible. Standing here reviewing stuff that I don't like, but there's an interest. There's an interest because it's in Morrison's and Asda and Tesco, and everybody wants to talk about it, and everybody wants to watch a review of it. Drives me nuts. I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go again. Ice cream, chocolate, raspberry, pale ale. Yeah, that's really gonna float my boat. That's gonna make my day. That's gonna make me smile. Not really. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm like, God. Hopefully this hour of my life goes as quick as the last one. Evening, Simon, enjoying a lovely pint of cockle warmer. Are you really? Top work as always. Can you wish my mate Deco? Hello, Deco. 40th birthday for Deco. He's drinking a Canadian chicken choker. Oof, I bet that's a fantastic beer, the Canadian chicken choker. Simon, the Authentic Curry Company Dragon Curry. Oh, incredible, Nigel. That curry is the best curry on a supermarket shelf. Big Kev, people nowadays don't know how to budget. Sick of the narrative, i.e. nurses are queuing up, visiting. Big Kev, I don't, as bad as it sounds, I don't watch television, so I've heard of it. Of course, I've heard of nurses in the food banks, and if you were to ask me that, I don't watch television, but I think it's quite shame. It's terrible, really. It's awful. But my answer to that is I don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about it because I don't watch TV. I simply do not watch the television. I won't watch it. I can barely watch a football match when the football managers they've had their mouths zipped and they're not allowed to speak their mind. I can barely watch a football match these days. Barely watch it. Got a ferret and some purse nuts, shoe wine, rabbit, and on my foot. Well, look for Sheffield. Good. Simon Woods! Here he is. Real ale craft beer. I can help with the ones you don't like. Oh, the Neapolitan. Oof. Horrible pale ale. Simon Wood, it's lovely to have you on, mate. It's lovely. I miss Simon Wood. I missed him joining. The Old Oak Brewhouse saying, cheers, Simon. I'm going to go back to see when... Here he is. Evening all. How many beers? I need to catch up. I'm on Simon Wood. I'm on beer number 4. And I'm a bit 3 sheets to the wind. I'm a bit 3 sheets to the wind, to be honest with you, Simon Wood. The sun's got me today. I've had a few beers, and I'm like middle of summer, boiling hot, 4 beers, 3 sheets to the wind. We got a super chat from WDD, the Draftsman. It's a 99 euro super sticker. Thank you so very much for the 99 pence super sticker. Thank you so very much. Old Speckle Hen, now we're talking, says Nigel. Try the Higgledy pie range in Sainsbury's. I know you love a pie. I do. Higgledy Piggle. Higgledy pie. They sound good. They sound blooming. Do they do a chicken pie? Chicken and gravy pie. I could eat one right now. Right now. A hot, crusty chicken and gravy pie. You know, one of them ones where you've had a few beers and you kind of lift the lid off the pie and you use the pie lid as a bit of a shovel and you shovel some of that meat and hot gravy and you're doing this with the pie. and you're starving, aren't you? You're blowing your pie. You got your pie lid. You got some of the chicken, the gravy, and you're blowing. You all know what I'm talking about. You all. I love those sorts of pies. I love those sorts of moments because you've had a few beers, the sun's shining, you're a bit hungry, and you want that chicken. You're desperate for that, and you're blowing up. It's boiling off, and your wife's like, "Oh, but you're like a pig." My wife, she tells me all the time. She told me tea time. She said, "Why have you stuffed 18 chips in your mouth?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to get to the Stone Crew for 7 o'clock." She's like, "Well, don't put 18 chips in your mouth." She calls me all sorts, honestly. She calls me all sorts. No oven, no pie. Evenly, very, very funny. Pud you like, where did that go? Pud you like was like holding a hot potato. Amazing, Simon Wood, amazing. I had that Goodfellas pizza for my dinner. I mean, massive for £2. Saved me paying £20 from Doc. Of course, Christine. Yeah, crack on. Go and buy your £20 pizza down the high street. Yeah, you crack on. Most of that dough, apparently, I don't know. I'm not in the game, but apparently some of that dough is frozen anyway. It all arrives frozen. They just defrost it. So everyone thinks, there's a baker there, there's a baker making Domino's. It's all blooming frozen dough. I'm pretty sure it is. It's not worth £20. I won't be paying £20 for a Domino's pizza. You won't be seeing me doing that. Spud you like? I remember Spud you like. Get yourself down to Uncle Bernie's back in 1982, just up from Westbourne Park Tube Station. Sounds good. Tommy Gunn. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Got to make supper. It is 4:15 in the afternoon in Canada. Jane Swan. Jane, have a fantastic evening in Canada. I hope it's warm. I hope the sun's shining. I hope you got a cold beer. Job done. Yeah, crazy people paying £20 for them pizzas. I only order them really if it's like a party. It's all out. The thing is, Christine, it's the adverts you see on the television. That's what you're paying for. That's where your £20 goes. I reckon £15 of that pizza goes to the television advert. Of course it does. Kelly Burns, total pleasure and education as always, Simon. This makes your channel a success. I thank you as always for a brilliant evening. Found my clan. Thanks to the channel for good evening. Off for a pie, Kelly Burns. I'm doing a vow. Kelly Burns, see you later. Thank you very much, Kelly. Have a lovely evening. Simon Wood with a £10 super chat. Yeah, Simon Wood. Great to see you, and I had to rush to catch you up on the beers. You've had 4 beers already? I mean, Simon Wood, I tell you what, there's no messing with Simon Wood. There's no messing about. I bet you go, wow. One hand drinking, one hand opening. You got one of these. I bet Simon Wood got one of these hung up on the wall. So he's drinking one in one hand, and he's like with an excellent, and then he's it's like a production line. Hang on, I get my hands mixed up now, and then you put my hand to my face. Hang on, that's it. Hang on. Oh, I messed it up. You know what I mean. Thanks very much for all of your super chats tonight. Thank you very much, Simon Wood, for the £10 super chat. Good on you, Simon Wood. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. True gent. I bought a couple of gross pizza bases the other day. Cooked them on my cob barbecue, and it was the best pizza I've had in this country. Oh, so not gross, but Lloyd. Oh, Great job, Simon Word. Brian, I'm off to the garage gym. No more 12-ounce curls. Have a great evening, pub people. Cheers, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian. Cheers, Brian. Cheers, Brian. McDonald's even expensive now. That big tasty burger is £7. You get the pause that you are talking about all over Australia. Get the Uni pizza oven, many models, and it's not as difficult making your own gear as imagined. Well, it was a play on the yeah. I was expecting you, Simon, to say, "Oh, the gross." I was expecting to say they were terrible, but when you said they were great, I was thinking, "Oh." But yeah, of course, play on words. I need to go and get a beer. I got 10 minutes left. I'm going to do 10 minutes more. I'm going to pour. Why is that super sticker up there for like a million years? €99 super sticker. WTD the Draftsman. Why is that? Why? What is the super sticker? It's saying 99 pence. Is it more than 99 pence? Because it's red. And I can't quite work it out. It just says 99 cents super sticker. I mean, can I try it? I can't even get it up on the screen. I will not ready me sources. Right, I'm gonna go get a beer. Back now. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get a beer. Yeah. One more. I'm just glad I've got an oven again. As before, I only had a microwave and cooking pizzas in. That was a nightmare. Christine, it's nice. You got a cooker, man. You got a cooker. Awesome. Here we go. Sean, Simon, which do you prefer, Lidl or Aldi? It's tough. I think Aldi just edges it for me. Sure. Now, I like the Lidl weekly. Like the French week, Italian week, American. It just offers something slightly different, which I like, and I'm more inquisitive about Lidl, if that makes sense. I'm more, what's up Lidl this week? Whereas Aldi, I love it for the price. There's always something new in Aldi, but they're not quite as good as promoting the new stuff. You've literally, more with Aldi, you've got to go in. There's no leaflets. With Lidl, you can get a leaflet or you can get the app and you can physically see. I'm going there for that, like this week. Massive swimming pool, literally like a huge blooming swimming pool up there. Like filled my whole garden type of thing. But with Aldi, it's very much more like you've got to go there. You've got to see that they've got some chili chicken sausages or some hot chilies sausages that are like Carolina Reaper. Remember 2 or 3 years ago, everything was Carolina Reaper. Everybody wanted to eat Carolina. So Aldi were doing it, Lidl were doing it. But with Lidl, you'd get more of a sense that it would come in. With Aldi, it's cheaper, and it's cheaper for the fact that you've got to go there every week. If you want to find that new thing in Aldi, the beef hula hoops. I looked around there today. I only reviewed them last week, those beef hula hoops. They were amazing. I was ready to buy 10 quid's worth. I was ready to buy 10 bags of those beef hula hoops. They were flipping great. Couldn't find them. Gone. Absolutely gone. Whether that was my fault, reviewing them on YouTube, I doubt it. I doubt it very much. But I couldn't find them. £1 a bag, 150 grams, potato hula hoops, beef flavour, barbecue beef, tasted like the original hula hoops. Terrific value for money. Gone, and probably gone forever. I seen the nibbly knobbly things. They were nice. They were nice, but the flipping beef hula hoops, they were like, oh, they were incredible. But you've got to go there. You've got to go to Aldi to find it, to physically pick it up, take it to the till, put it in your car, and look what I've got. It does well on YouTube. It really does. This super stickers. WDD the Draftsman's put a 99-cent super sticker up. And it's been up for like the best part of 15 minutes. And I can't work out why it's red. And I can't work out why it's staying so long. Does anybody have any suggestions as to why? Pickled onion flavour Monster Munch crisps. Yes. Oh, that and the Aldi ones. Yeah, they're great. Yes, do I have to be in and out quickly? Story of my life, says Sam. Ryan Fraser, try the Empire biscuits from there. They're good. I will. This is the thing. Aldi, been great. Great. I love it. Just trying to Stella Unfiltered for the first time. Dulmat 7. Dulmat 7. What do you think of the Stella Unfiltered? Do you like it? Now, I think for value for money, although I did prefer the Stella Praven Unfiltered, there wasn't much in it. I thought that Stella Unfiltered, pretty tidy pint. Pretty good. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the Stella Unfiltered? I sent you a message on Instagram today saying I'll have to send you some Isle of Man beers. Yes, I did get it. I did read it. And then I had to do the Stone Crow Virtual Pub, so I haven't had a chance to reply to you. But yes, Isle of Man beer. I'm well up for it. Thank you very much, Doormat 7. I'll reply. I'll have to remind myself. I'm terrible with Instagram. I'll have to remind myself, but I will reply to you. You have a review of that Stella Unfiltered, I think. Yeah, I did a Simon Wood. Just last week, or just 3 days ago, I posted Stara Pramen Unfiltered, which is new to the UK, versus Stella Artois Unfiltered. And it's done remarkably well. A bit like that Stella video. I did a Stella Artois video, Simon Wood, just over a week ago, something like a week ago, maybe a week today. And it's done me like 50,000 views. It's like, whoa. For me, for this channel, 50,000 views in a week on a Stella video is bonkers. I think it's got something to do with the heat. Boiling hot out there. It's hot, it's sweaty. Everybody wants to drink lager. So I think for the time being, whilst it's hot and sweaty and at the moment we're all like, I'm just going to review lager for the moment. Polish versus Polish, Spanish versus Spanish. You know, that's my plan. Lagers. But I'm going to say goodbye. I am going to say goodbye tonight. I'm going to say it's 9:30. It's about to start getting dark outside, as you all know. In the middle of summer. I like this time of night. I like to watch the light drift away and it becomes dark. Same as the morning. I like to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's already light, but I like to watch the sun coming up. It's part of my day. It's an important part of my day. I just love it. I just love the sun coming up and watching the sun going down. So I'm going to go. It's 9:30. Aetherica, is that what it's called, Tree Jude? I just love it. I love this time of year. I'm going to go enjoy the last bit of sunshine, the last bit of light of the day. Cheers to... I haven't even bloody drinking out the bottle here. I haven't even poured this one. I'm going to go, but thank you all so very much. I made a right mess of that, haven't I? Right mess. I'm going to go. Thank you all so very much. I'll see you next week at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. We've got loads more. We got loads more of these lager videos coming up. There's another one coming tomorrow. There's another lager video coming tomorrow. Check it out. Take a look at it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stone the Crows. Boom! Cheers!